Welcome to the Box Score Sports Podcast.
Okay, so we're gonna do Ryan versus the guest. So last week, and my younger brother too is gonna have his own column. So it's really Ryan versus Eric versus the guest. So this is what we have. We have me at 9, Eric and the guest at 6. Rue only got 6 games right last week. So Nate, you got to catch them up.
Well, I'll catch us up. We spotted you enough week 1. We'll
Okay.
do better this week.
Okay, I like that. So let's start out with the Thursday night game. The Minnesota Vikings at the Philadelphia Eagles. Nathan, who do you got?
I think the Eagles are going to play a lot better than they did against New England. Kirk Cousins doesn't do good night primetime games. I'm going to go Eagles.
I am with you, and I also think that the defense for the Minnesota Vikings wasn't totally exploited by the Bucs last week. I don't trust that defense very much, so I think you're right. I think the Eagles are going to win. Here we go. Green Bay Packers at the Atlanta Falcons.
I'm going to pick the Falcons.
Okay.
I want to see it. I want to see it again. I feel like Bijan Robinson's gonna be a problem for everybody this year. Did you see that juke move?
I did, yeah.
Red zone, unreal.
Yeah.
I think this is a coin flip game. Personally, I want Green Bay to win by a lot, but I could see it going either way. And I don't know. I'm gonna pick the Falcons by 1.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think it's coin flip, so I went with the home team. That's all. When it's coin flip to me. I wasn't impressed with Ritter. He didn't really do a good job of getting the ball to London or Pitts really, and so I want to see more from Ritter too. And I'm with you with the Packers. I want to see a little bit more from them as well.
Ryan, I'm picking the Packers. What am I doing?
No, don't. You can't. Why you change your mind? You had such good logic.
I need to get a game from you. This is one where it's coming. Green Bay is going to do the same thing they did to Chicago. They're going to go down there and they're going to win by 2 touchdowns.
Are we still doing overreaction? What? No, just kidding.
Oh, my heart just took over for a second.
Yeah. Okay. So you're going with the Packers then, huh?
I'm taking the Packers. I can't.
Yeah. That's partly why I took Atlanta is because I'm like, well, this is a coin flip. I think, Nate's probably going to take the Packers, but I guess we'll see what happens. We'll see if that defense, it's just that again, like even if the Packers win that game, play really well, it's like, okay, well, if Ritter's plays shaky again, what does that tell us about their defense? Who did they got week 3? That was when I'm like, oh, that's an interesting matchup. Do you remember?
New Orleans.
Yeah, that one will be pretty interesting because their defense is pretty good. And then that'll be Carr's 3rd game with that offense. I think that's going to be a good test for the Packers.
Lambeau home opener, so that should help them. But yeah, I just want to get to week 4. That's what I'm excited for.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I know. I don't blame you. Okay, let's go to Las Vegas Raiders at the Buffalo Bills.
This is a get right game for Buffalo.
Yeah,
I think they're gonna put a hurting on Las Vegas.
Yeah, this is probably where Josh Allen throws 3 touchdowns and runs in a touchdown. And we're all like, he's a top 5 quarterback again. Yeah. Baltimore Ravens at the Cincinnati Bengals.
I think this is a get right game for the Bengals too. At home, I just think it's going to be close, but I'm going to go Cincinnati.
Yeah, I went with the home team as well. I went with Cincinnati. I think they'll get right, like you mentioned. I also think the injuries for Baltimore are already stacking up in the secondary. There are a couple offensive linemen and J.K. Dobbins. It's just hard to continually overcome injuries. So I'm going to go with the Bengals as well. But I think it'll be a close game. Seattle Seahawks at the Detroit Lions.
This one was hard for me.
Me too.
I'm gonna go with Detroit. They're a 6-point favorite, which I thought was kind of high. But I don't know. I just think something about Dan Campbell, man. He's got his team believing, and belief is dangerous. So I'm gonna go with Detroit.
Yeah, I think it's because they're at home and they had that 10-day rest. So they had the extra 3 days to prepare for Seattle. That's probably why it's so high. Overreaction, by the way, I forgot to some Geno Smith one year wonder question mark. Like, you know what I'm saying?
It's quite possible. I think it might be one of those scenarios where, like with Daniel Jones, we saw the high, and it's not going to get better than that.
Yeah, we'll have to see. But this one makes me nervous as a Lions fan because obviously, if you're a Seattle, you were embarrassed by the Rams, and so they're coming in with a little bit of a chip on their shoulder, which it's not comfortable. It's not a comfortable feeling. The LA Chargers at the Tennessee Titans.
I'm gonna go with the Chargers. I'm not a Titans believer. I don't know. Something about Tannehill. I just can't get behind that team. So I'm gonna go Chargers.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm going Chargers as well. Yeah, I don't think there's any other, no more explanation needed. Chicago Bears at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Another close one, I think. I think the Bears aren't going to look as bad as they did. But I'm going to go Tampa Bay. I was kind of impressed with Baker. I've always liked Baker.
Me too.
Got some weapons now, so I'm excited to see what they can do. I'm going to go Tampa.
I'm going to go Tampa because, man, their defense, they have a lot of defenders that know how to play. So I'm like, the Packers defense worked. The Bears pretty good. So I sort of expect the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to do similar things to the Bears offense. The Kansas City Chiefs at the Jacksonville Jaguars.
This is the game I'm most excited for to watch.
I'm excited about this one too. Yeah,
it's gonna be fun, and I think the Chiefs are going to go 0-2 to start the season. I'm picking Jacksonville.
Yeah, Luke will like to hear that. Let's go Jacksonville. Yeah, I'm picking the Chiefs. I think this is another 10-day rest, get right game. You were embarrassed, kinda, because you lost at home on an opener in front of everybody, accepting the Super Bowl win. They're going to come in and they're going to beat Jacksonville. But I would not. It's going to be a close game, and I would not be surprised if Jacksonville win. The problem I have with Jacksonville, some of the coaching they had this last week was really weird. They called a QB sneak on like 3rd and a long 2. It was more like 3 yards. I'm like, who calls a QB sneak on a 3rd and 3? Like, basically, like I'd never seen that before. So I didn't understand their logic. And then they did another one and they didn't get the first down. I don't know. It was kind of crazy to me.
How good is Calvin Ridley though?
Holy man. Yeah.
He didn't miss anything having a year off. That's for sure. Travis Etienne looks really good.
Yeah.
I think Lawrence has some good weapons. That offense is going to be fun.
Well, what was so funny is how good that offense was doing in the first half, and then the second half, they just like Luke was complaining about it a little bit. All they did was run the ball, up the middle twice, and then throw the ball. Run up the middle twice and throw the ball. It's like Calvin Ridley and Lawrence got this going. Why we run the ball so much? So we'll see if they fix that.
You can't play around with the Chiefs like you were with the Colts. You got to come out and play a complete game.
Yeah, that's another thing I thought of is what were they showing as little as possible so they can come up with some new, like show their new stuff against the Chiefs. That could be possible. Here's I think what will be the game of the week: the Indianapolis Colts at the Houston Texans.
Oof,
rough.
I'm gonna go with the Texans just because I did see glimmers of hope with them. I didn't think they looked as bad as they should have. Their defense looks a little better than I thought it was going to be. So I'm going to go Houston.
Yeah, I'm with you there because I think both these offenses are going to kind of struggle, but the defense for I trust the defense for the Texans because of D'Amico Ryan and the veterans they brought in. So, and they're at home. So I just went with the Texans. The San Francisco 49ers at the the LA Rams.
The 49ers, that team is so good. I don't know who's really going to beat them in the NFC. And it's not going to be the Rams this week. No.
And Kyle Shanahan has Sean McVay's number, much like Sean McVay has Pete Carroll's number, which is something I did not factor in last week when we were picking games. So, New York Giants at the Arizona Cardinals.
The Giants, Arizona stinks. They're going to be the first pick this year. I don't think they're going to win more than 3 games.
I'm with you on that. Get right game for the Giants. New York Jets at the Dallas Cowboys.
Cowboys put on a show. Jets, they're dealing with the Rodgers loss. This is the perfect game for the Jets to win. I'm going to go with the Jets.
Oh, that would be just crazy, dude. Just crazy.
And it's not going to be because of the offense. It's going to be because of the Jets defense. Dak's going to make some mistakes, and they're going to make them pay.
I like that prediction. I'm going to go with the Cowboys, though. How did you feel when Aaron Rodgers went down?
Okay, that I had a lot of mixed emotions because the very first thing I thought is I don't want to see him go out like that because I'm a Rodgers fan. He was my quarterback for 18 years. It stinks also that Green Bay loses a first-round pick. It becomes a second-round pick. But I did want to see him struggle. So it's like you're not seeing anything you wanted. You're not going to get to see if they were good or not. I don't know if his career's over. I mean, that's a hard injury to come back from when you're 25, let alone 39. So I was pretty crushed for him. I had a lot of mixed emotions.
Yeah, I was wondering because that's what I hear from different Packer fans. Even if you kind of wanted to hate watch him this year, you're bummed out because you can't hate watch him this year.
We'll never know. He can always say, "We'll never know."
Yeah,
I wanted to know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I was bummed out too because I was kind of on the opposite. I was kind of watching him so he'd win, and that was emotionally troubling for me because I'm not a Jets fan, right? I'm a Dolphins fan. The Jets are our rivals, but because I wanted Rodgers to have another opportunity to succeed, I was rooting for Rodgers, and now I can hate the Jets again because he's no longer the starting quarterback. But yeah, a lot of emotions for all different reasons.
I feel so bad for Jet fans.
Me too.
What in the world can you possibly do? You finally got the guy.
Mm-hmm.
You finally got the guy, and it just never works. Curses aren't real, but if they are, they're definitely dealing with one right now.
That's the best way to put it. Yeah, exactly. I agree. Washington Commanders at the Denver Broncos.
I actually like the way the Commanders look. I'm excited for how their offense turns out. I think they have a sneaky good defense, and I just don't trust the Broncos right now, so I'm going to go Washington.
Yeah, I kind of feel the same way about Sam Howell, though. I don't trust him that much. He had some good moments and not so good moments his first game this year in week 1. I went with Denver because again, this was a coin flip game. I just went with the home team. Yeah. So, yeah. Here we go. Sunday Night Football. The Miami Dolphins at the New England Patriots.
This is going to tell us a lot about Miami because obviously the Patriots, whether they're as good as them or not, Bill can get in your head, right? You know that better than anybody. But I do think that their offense is unstoppable right now, and I think Miami is going to win. I think it's going to be closer than people think. It's not going to be a shootout like it was week 1, but I do think Miami can still go in and win.
Yeah, I picked the Patriots. Bill's in my head. Here's the thing, Bill Belichick probably should have spent all offseason focusing on the Eagles week 1, but he probably didn't. He probably was like, I'm going to worry about week 2. I'm going to worry about Miami because you want to know what? I haven't beat Tua yet. We got to find a way to beat Tua. Tua has not lost to Bill Belichick yet.
And that bothers him.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So to me, I think this is where we're going to get all the stuff they planned on the offseason. And last week was actually we're going to do our vanilla game plan and try to win it that way. And they almost did. So I'm nervous about this game. So I have New England winning Sunday night. Yeah. No, I don't like that. Anyway, we got 2 Monday night games. Let's go to those.
You're gonna earn your weight for that game on Sunday.
Yeah. You're not wrong because I think you're right. It's going to be close, and I'm going to be chewing my nails like no one's business. Monday Night Football. Let's go to that. There's 2 games on the second week of Monday, but not the first. That's weird.
I don't get that either.
Yeah. New Orleans Saints at the Carolina Panthers.
I'm gonna go with the Saints. I actually like Derek Carr is a fit for that team. Again, another team with a sneaky good defense, and I don't know. It's going to take Bryce Young a little bit of time, so I'm going to go with the Saints.
I'm with you as well, Saints. Cleveland Browns at the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Well, here's where we find out, right? Monday night in Pittsburgh. I'm going to go with the Steelers. I think TJ Watt is ridiculous, and he's going to put some pressure on Watson, get him out of his game a little bit. And I think Pittsburgh will win, and Cleveland will be brought back to reality a little bit.
Yeah, wouldn't that be crazy if Bengals won and Pittsburgh won, and all those teams are 1-1 going into week 3? It's almost like that is what's going to happen, and that's what I should predict. I'm going to go with the Browns. I was impressed with them. I was not impressed with the Pittsburgh Steelers at all. But that could be just week 1 bias. So yeah, this would be a game the Steelers would win, by the way. But I'm going to go with the Browns. Thanks so much for watching this clip of the Box Score Sports Podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to our channel. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter or X. And we'll talk to you guys real soon. See ya.